So, hi. Today we are here to redesign the second half of the Winx. You guys know I would have done it even if no one asked, but you seem to have liked part 1 a lot, and we couldn't have a more perfect time than this because a new trailer just dropped short after I posted the first video, and boy do I have lots of things to comment. I'm going to make a super mega ultra fast review. I'm glad the rabbit is a plushie. Althea looks amazing. Nice special effects. What is that? The tricks are better than the protagonist. Like what? They look special? Except Raven, I know you're toxic, but damn, I really like how the logo looks. Okay. I feel like it looks like one of those phone game commercials. It's lacking a bit in polishing and the animation feels kinda clunky at times, but overall it looks nice. I honestly wouldn't be judgmental at all about this reboot, because the core of the idea is to introduce these magical fairies to a new audience, and I'm really happy that new kids will have the chance of enjoying this new version of the Winx, while also keeping the fandom alive for the original fans. But I really cannot excuse the use of AI, and I have dug up more to make sure I'm not misinformed. Apparently they already had a solid visual development when they decided to add AI to the mix and threw most of that previous work away. I would guess to prioritize the economic aspect rather than the artists that make it all work. Ethically though, it pisses me off, and you know rage fuels my passion for redesigns, so let's jump immediately into it. Let's start with my favorite Winx, Musa. I imagined her to be kind of a punk adjacent girl, kinda edgy and loud, so I researched alternative fashion references, though I already had a pretty clear idea of what I wanted her to look like. As always, I tried to maintain the original character's essence and silhouette while giving her more personality and charm, or at least I tried to. I gave her a mischievous gaze and spiky space buns to make her look more playful. Her outfit is kinda simple, a cropped dress shirt with a tie, a leather jacket, baggy pants, and the biggest boots you can imagine. You know she has several pairs of Doc Martens. As for accessories, I gave her a little choker, spike earrings, several rings, fishnet gloves, and a spiky belt with a vinyl buckle, a carabiner, and a G-string. And before you cancel me, she already sported that in her original design. She was always a baddie.
Let's go.
If you haven't seen my first video, I draw them with props to kind of complete the new image I'm trying to paint about their personalities. For Musa, I did a flip phone with one of those adorable beaded crocodile charms, a set of vintage headphones, which took a hot minute to get the perspective right, a pack of cigarettes because she is edgy, okay, but Tecna and Aisha are trying to get her to quit them.
I swear to God, you too.
I also added some sunglasses, a laptop where she produces music, an 8-ball keychain, a lighter with a skull, some neon nail polish that Tecna gifted her, an old digital camera, a cool bag with pins, her tie obviously, and some loose change and crinkled dollars because she is kind of a mess. As for the coloring, I tried to keep it fairly close to the original too, although giving her a bit more darkness in her palette to accentuate her new aesthetic. I spent a long time trying to get that washed jeans look, which I can only describe as it looks like someone pissed here, but the colors look actually nice. And I really look how the effect ended up looking. I incorporated more red and gold in the jewelry and details, and tried to carry a similar color palette to her props. I made a headcanon where she was dating that toxic boy Raven, but she ended up dumping him and now she's dating Tecna. And they are the cutest couple ever, even though they constantly bicker about technology since Musa is an old soul and prefers the analog things to the digital. I snuck a tiny bisexual ping on her back. Pride might be over, but not in this channel, especially in these trying and turbulent times. And slight PSA, I mean pride for every letter of the alphabet mafia. I hope it's obvious. So yeah, after some final tweaks she was done. I love her, she looks so cool and badass. Continuing on with Aisha or Layla depending on what country you grew up on. I didn't remember her character as much because she doesn't appear in the first season, and I guess when I was a child that is the one that they put on TV the most. But regardless, I searched for casual activewear oriented fashion and started from there. She is the sporty one, the one that competes with the boys in manly activities such as driving a bike or sword fighting or I honestly feel like giving quote-unquote manly attributes to the only black character is a little tiny bit racist. So, I decided to steer away from stereotypes and try to make her more unique and well-rounded. I still wanted to incorporate the sportiness visually and not just as a throwaway personality trait. I gave her some micro braids and a bandana, a tank top over a sport t-shirt, some sporty shorts, cute socks, and a pair of Air Force, which took a while to get right. I'm not that good at drawing shoes. Yet. I also gave her some subtle jewelry, like a tiny pearl necklace and some skinny bracelets. Now on to the props. I gave her a box of hair charms that she puts all over her braids to decorate, a language book because she does mention speaking a lot of languages, and her color is also green. I kept the detail about driving a bike by giving her a bike helmet with water-themed decals.
What, you think I've never ridden a motorbike before?
I also made a headcanon where she is obsessed with fruits and energy drinks. I added a shell-shaped blush, a skateboard that I imagine she uses to go through campus faster, a bigger version of her necklace with a real pearl that she found at the sea, a water bottle, a sticker booklet where she has made a hobby of saving all of the stickers from fruits and packagings that she thinks are pretty, finally an apple, and her unfolded bandana. As usual, I kept the colors close to the original but changing them a little. I decided to give her shorts some camouflage patterns with denim texture and thread details. I tried to balance the greens and the pinks throughout her design. As for the props, I kept using similar colors to match Aisha, but without copying them exactly, and with more colors for variation. I especially loved the helmet's water details and the citrusy neon energy drink. Some finishing touches, and she's done. I thought Musa was going to be my fave, but she's looking so cute too. And finally, but not less important, Tecna. Let's be honest, she is the forgotten one. Her design wasn't my favorite and lots of people agree that she was just in the background most of the time.
Alright, clap if you think she should suffer.
Even her wiki has nothing more interesting to say about her other than she likes technology. Twice. Like, you might as well make her into a computer. So today we are fixing that. I wanted to focus on another trait for her other than technology, and it is that she loves raves and techno. Get it? Because she is named Tecna and her bisexual lover likes music. Anyway, you know the drill. Search for references, make some sketches, and combine the parts that I like most into one cohesive design or die trying. Tecna actually took me the most time to figure out how to redesign. It was complicated because I don't want to retcon all of her original personality, but in trying to make her more interesting, sometimes I lost her essence. I wanted to give her a rave outfit, but without being too outlandish because they are meant to be clothes that she usually wears, and without being too trashy because her original design is more sleek and elegant. I gave her a round face, a lip piercing, and I tried to give her a more layered hairstyle to get rid of the Karen look. I added some glasses, a cute earring, and some cool princess gloves. I gave her cutouts in her top with layering but maintaining clear-cut lines to still keep that cleanish look. I also added a smartwatch, a belt, some rat leather shorts, a leg pocket, and some dope layered boots. I used the Winx logo as a tattoo on her tummy. For a while there she kind of looked like Vi from Arcane, but I swear she wasn't an inspiration at all. At least the colors had to redirect that. You'll see later. For the props I kinda went overboard with there. I realized that with each Winx I started to draw more props without noticing. I gave her some neon bracelets, cool melted metal sunglasses, a soldering iron because you bet she makes them herself. I also wanted to make her sort of a video game nerd, so I gave her a Tamagotchi and some Pokemon cards. I added several USB sticks to fill the spaces a bit, a big tablet, and an MP3 player. I gave her one of those bags that unfold into a large mat with pockets, some mint gum she carries to give them to Musa whenever she has smoking urges, an earpiece, a hard drive, more melted metal jewelry, and some cloth and sewing tools since I wanted her to be a bit DIY. She fixes tech stuff, she makes jewelry, she makes outfits, she knows a lot of stuff. And for the coloring, I tried to add all of those neon pops without being too overbearing and then kept the majority of it kind of neutral to balance it out. I tried to use that silvery blue more to give her metallic accents all over her clothes. And of course I kept that color story going in her props too. A little detail is that the MP3 player is red because Musa gifted it to her with her favorite artists for Tecna to listen to. They are so cute. I tried to incorporate some technological motifs and lights in her props too. And with a couple of details more, she is done. I honestly didn't expect to like her so much, but I love how cool she looks. So that's it for the Winx redesigns. I know these designs wouldn't even come close to be approved for an animation show for kids, but this was just for fun and to give my own twists on these beloved characters. I hope you liked this 2-part video, and I will see you cuties on the next one. Bye!